And now is your presenter with the headlines.
In the headlines, the Business Support Unit is set to launch initiatives to promote the growth of MSMEs in Dominica. In news from the region, Grenada government and opposition join forces to drop off of allegiance to King Charles. And internationally, Israel rejects international criticism of Gaza City takeover plan. Good evening, I am Leila Langford. Details of the news when we return.
It's in the feeling and how we talk. It's in the meaning and our spark. It is the thing that sets us apart. Who we are. Cause the rhythm of life is pumping. Together going strong. No matter what we keep exploring. Before we will go all in. Our hands up in the sky. Celebrate and come let your rhythm flow.
DBS News.
Welcome back. In the headline this evening, the Business Support Unit is set to launch several initiatives aimed at promoting the growth of micro, small and medium enterprises, MSMEs in Dominica. Coordinator of the Small Business Support Unit, Portia Nicholas, says these initiatives will improve the small business environment in Dominica.
Over the next few months, what we will do is that we will roll out apprenticeship programs to train individuals in areas such as hospitality, marina services, construction support, mechanical repairs, to name a few. And those apprentices who successfully complete the program and demonstrate some level of promise and commitment, what we will do is that we'll make available startup grant support and mentorship to help them transition into self-employment. So, while it's a workforce initiative, you would agree with me, Pierre, that it's very much an enterprise development strategy as well. In addition to that, we'll also be hosting a series of trainings and workshops, all geared at helping businesses formalize, digitize, and build resilience. And we'll be focusing on areas such as financial management, marketing, business continuity planning, business plan preparation, digital transformation, to name a few. We also intend to work closely with our partner ministries, of course, and organizations to ensure that these programs will be rolled out. We will receive maximum participation and the impact will be great. In addition, we are also looking at engaging professionals across the various sectors to assist the unit in providing sector-specific trainings.
Coordinator of the Small Business Support Unit, Portia Nicholas. Meanwhile, Nicholas says the unit will collaborate with the Dominica State College to design programs that assist small business owners in Dominica.
We are also looking at the creation of a Small Business Institute curriculum to be done in collaboration with Dominica State College. And this idea really is to create a structured certification program for entrepreneurs who participate in trainings and workshops, basically giving more credibility to their skills and business development. Another major focus for us this year is the finalization and the adoption of the MSME policy and accompanying legislation. That has been on the table for some time, and this year we are really pushing forward with this. What the policy will do is that it will provide a clear framework to guide how we support and regulate micro, small and medium enterprises moving forward. It will address critical areas such as what constitutes a micro, small or medium enterprise. And of course, it will also give them greater access to finance and formalization. Once we get this policy adopted, it will help create a more enabling environment for small businesses in terms of better targeted support and legal protection. We are also placing renewed focus on public engagement and trade events. We will be hosting and supporting expos, community pop-ups and business showcases that will give MSMEs more visibility and sale opportunities, as well as networking.
Coordinator of the Small Business Support Unit, Portia Nicholas. Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit says the government is committed to educational reform in Dominica. This morning, a stakeholder consultation on curriculum reform was held at the Goodwill Parish Hall in collaboration with the Ministry of Education and the Honorable Prime Minister. Mr. Skerrit emphasized the need for a holistic approach to the reform.
I've been an advocate for education reform for a very long time. Even when I taught at schools,
There's no student who could have gotten an A in my class, whether it was at the Boston Secondary School or the college, without class participation. 25% of my grade went to class participation. You had to speak, you had to do research, you had to listen to news, you had to give impromptu speeches or prepared speeches. You must ask questions, you must answer questions, you must engage, because I always told my students that 99% of your engagement in the public domain is through oral means, not written. So nobody's going to ask you to write a 600-word essay. They're going to ask you to speak, and they're going to ask you to be there to engage and to hear from each other. So there is a need for us to have a change in the system so that we can continue to produce students who can compete in the world, students who can survive in a very difficult world, and students who can inculcate in them critical skills, critical thinking skills, analytical skills, the whole empathy towards humanity, the whole empathy towards our own responsibilities as to family.
Mr. Skerritt underscores the importance of adjusting Dominica's education system to better meet national, regional, and global challenges.
Education system only be driven mainly by written exams and not also form part of oral exams as well, where children may not write something, but they can speak about it. Should we not have a system that can develop children's oratorical skills? People are afraid to even to come up and speak on a microphone because we have not built that into them, that confidence in self, that confidence in abilities. And how do we as a school system get our children to be able to stand up and speak? We're all part of the education system, and we must look at this thing objectively, because I'll be the first as the Prime Minister and former education to say that we have to make some changes. This is not a criticism of anybody. It's about ensuring that we produce students who can be tested and who can survive this very challenging world and the opportunities. So over the years, the system has evolved, and that's part of it. And I think we have to stop now and decide what kind of changes we need to be able to allow the education system to better respond to national needs, to better respond to regional needs, and to better respond to the global challenges that we face. Every country in the world, including developed countries, are talking about education reform today.
Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerritt. The holder of the Super 6 jackpot winning ticket is urged to claim their prize at the Dominica National Lottery. Sales and Marketing Representative Ken George encourages all Super 6 participants who purchased tickets at Minia's 7-Eleven in Kinfield on Saturday, August 2nd to check their tickets. The winner has 90 days to claim their prize.
I just want to make a special appeal because currently we are awaiting the winner of the Super 6 jackpot of $1.19 million. The jackpot was purchased at Minia's in Kinfield, and as of now, we have not received any winner. So most times we know people are excited, but we want to make an appeal because those of you who purchase tickets at Minia's, please do look at your ticket. You could go on our website, go on our Facebook page, you could see the results. You could call or go back to any agent to find out what is the number that was called, because we await you. And remember, your ticket has an expiration date of 90 days, and time goes very quickly. It's 90 days and not 90 working days from date of purchase to 90 days. And you can only have a ticket redeemed after 90 days based on a valid reason from the managing director, not even us that can agree. It has to be a real valid reason. So we're making an appeal to those of you who purchase tickets at Minia's, and not only at Minia's, because we have match 5 and we have match 4. So wherever you purchase a ticket, please cross-check. Not because your jackpot has won at Minia's and you figure out I did not bet Minia's, because you can be a match 5 winner, you could be a match 4 winner, and these are cash prizes. So we make that appeal to the public so you can ensure that you have that ticket.
Sales and Marketing Representative Ken George. HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited says discussions are ongoing with the Dominica Amalgamated Workers Union, DAWO, regarding the collective labor agreement. Recently, General Secretary of the Dominica Amalgamated Workers Union, DAWO, Leah Shillingford, spoke out regarding the non-payment of back pay and other benefits as outlined in the collective labor agreement. In a press release, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited Limited says it acknowledges the statement that was made and wishes to clarify that the company has maintained a professional yet cordial engagement with the union spanning many decades and have always operated within the confines of the laws of Dominica. The discussion surrounding the recent collective labor agreement remains active, and the company looks forward to meeting with the union representatives. The release from HHV Research and Company Limited continues that it considers the issues raised by the union as internal matters and regrets that rather than continue further discuss, the union's general secretary would resort to taking it to the media. HHV Research and Company Limited said it remains committed to its obligations in a transparent process and relies on accountability and honesty in the period leading to the conclusion of this matter. In other news this evening, 4 secondary school students are now better equipped to start their academic journeys after receiving scholarship packages from the Central Cooperative Credit Union Limited. Nasari, Rahel, Joseph, and Kenaya Riviere were awarded the J.B. Eugene Scholarship for Academic Merit, while Namik Fabian and Nahelia Peter received the Father Raymond Porsman Scholarship based on financial need. General Manager of the Central Cooperative Credit Union, Ilma Irish, says this scholarship program exemplifies the commitment of the institution's members to supporting education.
Today's ceremony is further evidence of the success of CCCU over the last 17 years. Our ability to grant scholarship is a direct result of the hard work of the volunteers and staff, and of course, the loyalty of our 17,000 plus members. This is a lesson which you, the recipients of these scholarships, should take with you throughout your life. If you work hard, you can achieve most things in life. You too, as a student, can define your dreams. It is not too early to decide what you want to become in life. It is important for you, with the assistance of your parents, to begin laying down a good foundation, which begins with education.
General Manager of the Central Cooperative Credit Union, Ilma Irish. This year's scholarship recipients expressed their gratitude to the Central Cooperative Credit Union Limited.
I feel very proud and thankful to be standing here today as a recipient of the J.B. Eugenia Merit Scholarship. First, I would like to say a big thank you to Central Cooperative Credit Union Limited for this amazing opportunity. I am truly honored to receive this scholarship, and it means a lot to me and my family. This scholarship encourages me to keep working hard in school and to always do my best. It shows me that when you try your best, people notice and believe in you.
I would like to extend a heartfelt thank you to the Board of Directors, management and staff of the Central Cooperative Credit Union Limited for giving me this scholarship. I feel honored to have been chosen, and I promise to make the most of this opportunity to make myself, my parents, and this institution proud.
I would like to say a heartfelt thanks to the Cooperative Credit Union for granting me this extraordinary opportunity. I'm truly grateful and looking forward to making this scholarship a success. Thank you.
Recipients of the Central Cooperative Credit Union 2025 Scholarship Awards. Meantime, the Central Cooperative Credit Union Limited presented 2 special needs packages to Adena Williams and Amelia Andrew. 40-year-old police officer Dwayne Jarvis of Salisbury is the final winner of the Dominica National Lottery Powerball game. Officer Jarvis was presented with his winnings of $178,900, or that's $890 this morning during a presentation at the Dominica National Lottery. Sales and marketing representative Ken George described the moment as bittersweet, as this marks the end of the Powerball game in Dominica.
Powerball game, we are indeed happy. It's a bittersweet moment for us for the Powerball. Sweet in that we have a jackpot winner where we are going to give away some $178,890 to one lucky winner. So our aspect of it is that this will be the final top prize jackpot winner for this game, because currently we at the National Lottery are in the phase of trying to replacing the Powerball game to another game. So currently our winner now will be the last winner for that particular game in Dominica. During the course of this month, we will give you more information as to the game that's going to replace the Powerball. Just stay tuned, you will hear much more of it.
Sales and Marketing Manager Ken George. Speaking with DBS News, Officer Dwayne Jarvis says he was very surprised to win.
Well, as I said, I was very, very surprised that I actually won, because I normally play this game, I don't really win large amounts. So it was also surprising. But I'm very excited and very honored to be the recipient of that lovely figure. And I continue playing, and I encourage everybody to take a chance and play the lotto, because every time you play is a chance giving yourself to win. The person that really lose is the person that not taking a chance. So always good to take a chance, because you never know when it will be your day. And thankfully, it is my time now. So I'm just enjoying it. Just excited. Okay? Yes. Yeah, thank you.
Powerball winner, Officer Dwayne Jarvis. That's the national focus, regional and international developments up next.
It's in the feeling and how we talk. It's in the meaning and our spark. It is the thing that sets us apart. Who we are. Cause the rhythm of life is bumping. Together going strong. No matter what, we keep things flowing. Before we will go all in. Our hands up in the sky. Celebrate and come, let your rhythm flow.
DBS News.
In news from the region, the government and opposition in the Caribbean island of Grenada have joined forces to drop the oath of allegiance to the British Crown amid growing calls to remove King Charles as the country's head of state. A statement from the government announcing the move said that in a commendable display of national unity, the country's parliament had agreed bills to amend the country's constitution. The change will remove the words His Majesty King Charles III, his heirs and successors from the Pledge of Allegiance and represent them with Grenada. And internationally, Israel has strongly rejected criticism from world leaders after its security cabinet approved a plan to take control of Gaza City. Defense Minister of Israel said countries that condemn Israel and threaten sanctions will not weaken or resolve. He added, and I quote, "Our enemies will find us as one strong united fist that will strike them with great force," end quote. Israel's decision to expand its war in Gaza sparked commendations from the UN and several countries, including the UK, France, and Canada, and prompted Germany to halt military exports to Israel. That's news, the sports report, up next.
Covering the nation and beyond. DBS Sports Report.
Flow's prepaid customers can now unlock big bonus rewards like bonus data, prizes, and more every time you activate a 3-day prepaid plan or larger. Activate a plan, then scratch to reveal your bonus data. Plus, get points for extra prizes. The more you activate, the more bonus data and prizes you can win. Get in on the big bonus rewards when you activate a prepaid plan. Dial star 129 pound or visit topupflow.com to activate a plan today.
Welcome to the DBS Evening Sports Report. West Indies has set Pakistan 281 for victory in the first one-day international at the Brian Lara Academy in Trinidad. Curtis Matthew has been following proceedings. Good evening, Curtis.
Good evening to you, Leila Langford. That's very correct. The Pakistanis will need 281 to win after the West Indies compiled 280 in their 50 overs. Brandon King went early for 4, but Evan Lewis looked very good. He made 60. Casey Carty, 30. The captain, Shehab himself, looked extremely good, 55. Sherfane Rutherford, 10. Ruston Chase made 53, his first one-day half-century in the Caribbean. Gudakesh Moti, towards the back end of the innings, hit a quick-fire 31. The West Indies, 280 all-out. The bowling for Pakistan, the fast bowler, Shaim Shah Afridi, 4 for 51. The other fast bowler, Nasim Shah, 3 for 55. So Pakistan, in fact, they're looking for 281. Jaden Seals is the opening bowler for the West Indies. The Pakistanis are 3 without loss, and they're looking for 281. There are 3 one-day internationals. This is the first one. One is hoping the West Indies can revive themselves and win the first one-day international. So far, it's Pakistan on 4 without loss. They need 281. A very interesting one-day international. Back now to Leila Langford.
Our thanks to Curtis Matthew for that report. Chef de Mission Albert Loblack is confident in Team Dominica's ability ahead of the 2025 Pan American Youth Games in Paraguay. Speaking moments before the welcome ceremony, which was held this afternoon, Mr. Loblack expressed optimism that the athletes will do well and look forward to a good performance from them. At this year's Games, Dominica will be represented by 3 national record holders in the persons of Jasmine Schofield, swimming 50 meters and 100 meters freestyle. Addison James athletics, javelin, and Trennis Hamilton athletics shot put. The opening ceremony of the 2025 Pan American Youth Games will take place tomorrow at 7 p.m. Swimmer Jasmine Schofield will serve as Dominica's flag bearer at this year's opening ceremony.
I've been attending the chefs meeting, getting some information about the games and so on. And everything is settling well and going on well so far. The first thing is we have the welcoming ceremony, and then tomorrow we have the grand opening. It's going to be at the stadium, and that starts at 7 o'clock in the evening. It's going to be about 2 hours long here. Jasmine is our swimming participant and she'll be our flag bearer for the opening. And for the closing, we're going to have our 2 athletes, Addison and Trennis, carrying our flag. I'm kind of optimistic about our athletes, and I'm looking forward to a good performance from all of them. There are a lot of teams, there are a lot of big names and everything, but that doesn't really matter. That doesn't deter us. I know we have some good athletes in terms of Trennis and Addison. So I'm really looking forward to a good performance from them.
Dominica's chef de mission at the 2025 Pan American Youth Games, Albert Loblack. Manager of the inter-secondary schools team, Yodi John, says there are a lot of positives to be derived following Dominica's participation in the 2025 Windward Islands School Games. Dominica secured second place at the school games, which came to an end in St. Vincent last weekend. Dominica finished the competition with 29 points, with a first-place finish in boys volleyball. Dominica finished third in football, netball, athletics, girls basketball, and girls volleyball.
What we can say is our programs are not in a worse stead than that of the other countries. In every competition that Dominica played, we were not just participating. There was competition. Take, for example, St. Vincent. St. Vincent was one of the most formidable teams in netball. Dominica, after being down by maybe 12 points, with the level of competition that they brought to the table, cut the lead to as little as 3 points, 4 or 3 points. And it speaks to the level of intensity that we have. And when these things happen, when you feel like you are evenly matched with other teams and you are losing, start to look at the research. What I have done is do my research on factors which contributes to poor performances, or when you lose, what would cause it. And so we need to look at those things, and these things need to become part and parcel of our sports program. So now when the coaches are aware of it, and they could now pass on that information to those that are under their charge, then you now have a synergy of both athlete and coach, understanding what is required for us to win. But Dominica is at a level. Our basketball is way ahead of St. Vincent's. For example, our basketball, we shouldn't be complacent with that anyway, because the team that Dominica beat in 2023 in Alba Games by 100 points, they came to beat us this time around by 8 points. And so we have to identify where our strengths are and continue to work on them so we could bridge any little gap in that area. And this has to be a deliberate effort, because sports is going places and we need to continue to be ready for the transition.
Manager of the Dominica Inter-Secondary Schools team, UD John. The Fonkole community will see the return of a football league tomorrow. Young ballers in the community and environs are being encouraged to register for the league. Organizer of the Fonkole Football League is Eric Wade.
It will be starting tomorrow at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and then it will be the Soccerama. And so we'll be planning to have much team as possible. The teams will be coming and register on the same day. And then the league is trying to put the youths together, come back as one, and have fun and show your skills and different stuff. And the league will start on Tuesday, go down to Sunday. Every day we'll have one game. So I mean, like, much more possible to show up tomorrow. Or else, if you cannot make it for tomorrow, but you could just call and you could just join the league yourself. So if you can't make it, it won't be a problem, but you could still join the league.
Organizer of the Fonkole Football League, Eric Wade. Athletics coach Joel Hamilton is confident Dominica can medal at the 2025 Pan American Youth Games taking place in Panama from Saturday, August 9th, 2025 to August 23rd, 2025. Dominica is set to be represented in swimming and athletics at the 2025 Pan American Youth Games by national record holders Jasmine Schofield, Anderson James and Trennis Hamilton. The Dominica Olympic Committee will be represented by a 7-member delegation consisting of 3 athletes and 4 officials. Hamilton says both Addison James and Trennis Hamilton have proved they have what it takes to deliver for Dominica at these games.
So we have Trennis Hamilton and Addison James representing us. Addison in the javelin and Trennis in the shot put. And they'll be competing later down in the games because, the game, there are different events, different spots in the games. So track and field is always the last set of events in the game. So the athletes will be in action later down in the competition. The athletes are preparing with their respective coaches.
Do we have any medal contenders?
Both our athletes are medal contenders. Both of them have proven in the past that they are championship athletes. The trainees at the World Junior Games. You saw her again in the university setting. At the big meets, she shows up. Addison, same thing. A double character gold medalist. When it comes to championships, both athletes, they show up. So I'm pretty confident. Plus, they are doing the work. It's not just saying that they are talent, but they're all there doing the work. So I'm pretty confident that we can get a medal or 2 at these games.
Right now, as we speak, as an athletic coach, where are we in terms of development in athletics?
Watching the last season, we have a lot of talent. And I think it can only get better. We've had the inter-school recently completed inter-school games. If you watch some of the numbers, some of the athletes and them, the numbers they're putting in terms of the distances and the times. So we have talent. We have to support the athletes. If you realize most of the athletes that does well in Dominica, they have a good support system. Be it family, be it community, you understand? Because, that's a hard spot. At times it can be very lonely out there. So what we need to do is support the athletes, not just when they win a medal or when they go out there, but look out for them, you know what I mean?
Athletics coach Joel Hamilton. Dominica will be represented by a 25-member team at the World Federation of Domino Tournaments in Antigua. Dominica, having previously won the tournament in 1992 and 2000, has not taken part since 2015. The champions will feature 8 categories, including male and female three-hand, male and female pairs, mixed pairs, and king and queen. The Dominica team is expected to leave the island for Antigua on Saturday. The tournament is from August 11th to 18th with an opening parade on the 10th. Delvin Esprit is a member of the national domino team.
25 players have been selected to represent Dominica in the World Federation of Domino Tournament in Antigua from August 10th to the 18th. The team is comprised of 8 women and 15 men. The full team reads: ladies, Nelissa Paul, Tessa Jones, Paula Regis, Julian Rees, Dorothy Peters, Milia Dennis, Lauren Peltier, and Sandra Robin. The men read: Eustace Humphreys, captain; Lambert Paquette, Melvin Morrow, Ian Laza, Jim Nelson, player manager; Stevenson Joseph, William Riley, Austin Terrell, Dorian Ford, Michael David, MacGyver Nicholas, Gerard O'Brien, Jeff Defoe, Osborne Matthew, Al Rodney, and Delvin Esprit. The team will leave state on Saturday night and will be accompanied by official Albert Barkley and referee Kelvin Elise, and will be joined on Monday by President of the National Domino Association, Eddie Element Bopier. Delvin Esprit reporting.
Our thanks to Delvin Esprit for that report. And that's how we end the DBS Evening Sports Report and news. On behalf of the News and Sports Departments and our link person, DJ Hello Boy, I am Leila Langford saying good evening.
It's in the feeling and how we talk. It's in the meaning and our spark. It is the thing that sets us apart. Who we are. Cause the rhythm of life keeps pumping. Together going strong. No matter what, we keep this going. Before we will go all in. Our hands up in the sky. Celebrate and come let your rhythm flow.
DBS Radio gives you top quality service over any other for live streaming of funerals. Call us today at 448-3282.
Good evening and welcome to this evening's edition of the DBS Radio Community Bulletin Board. It is the 8th day of August 2025. We begin with this evening's edition of the DBS Radio Death Announcements. We announce the death of Jean-Yves Alex Bruno, better known as Bruno, age 32, of Canefield. He died on Tuesday, the 8th of July at the Dominica China Friendship Hospital. He was the son of Margot Graham and Alex Bruno. He will be remembered by his grandmothers, Veronica Graham and Rebecca Bruno, his brothers, Gavin, Devon, Dane Bruno, and Honorable Darren Lloyd, his sisters, Lavon, Raina, Anaya, and Brianna Bruno, and Tamika Tavernier. Uncles, Israel, Gilbert, and Frederick Bruno, also Philip Simon, and Tito Amaro. Granduncles, Lionel and Simon Geist and Peterson Graham. Aunts, Noreen Graham, Principal, Goodwill Secondary School. Melissa Mandy Graham, Teacher in Charge, Deputy Principal, Maho Primary School. Juliet, Linda, and Dr. Delia Graham. Stephanie Amaron in St. Thomas, and Kewana Peltier, also Susan Leslie and Anne Allen. Grand aunts, Lucette Barry in England and Jane Blondeau in France, and Edvira Carbon Basil. Nephews, Keon and Darian Bruno and DJ Ducre. Nieces, Samaya Lloyd. Cousins, Megan Renee, Serena Williams, Caden Lawrence, Egan Renee, Jameer Parilon, Donnell Jolly, Tasia Flosak, Malik Hunter, Kevin Joseph, Ernest and Bernice Bertrand, Akito Amaro, Erman and Michael Sebastian, Elisa Omari, Melissa and Marcus Matthew, Diana and Dante Scotland, Sylvia Tita, Sylvian Geist and family in Guadeloupe, Sharon, Karen, Jacqueline, Jeanette, Pearl, Kenny, Kenon, also Derek, Elvis, Tasha, Melinda and Sandra Geist, Maeve and Majid Peltier, Gravney Carbon and family, Randolph, Esley, Ranji, Javid and Lindsay Laronde, Dennis Ito and family, Ursula Prosper and family, Nadia and Cecil Regis, Tamika and Taj Ito, Lisa Coffey and family, Merlin